Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Samantha Joe.
I am Andrew TMI.
And you're watching Famished. Woo! We're back.
We are back. We're really doing the thing.
We really are. And at the time that we're filming this, we have not even seen how it's done on launch.
No.
So I don't know if you guys even like that we're talking to you right now.
You guys, right now we're in between, like we announced it already, so like you guys are going to follow, but we haven't launched episode 1 yet.
Yeah.
So we're a little spooked, we're a little scared.
Anytime you start something new though, there's learning curves. Setting this up takes us 19 years, even though it shouldn't.
We don't have any help.
That's true.
So
if you want to be a helper, hit us up. Yeah. Let us know. We are in desperate need.
We're also in St. Pete. So
yeah, has to be in Florida.
We just need help. You got to be camera savvy and like what looks good savvy. You got to have an eye.
Honestly, our skill level is very basic. I feel like if you can put your shoes on, that makes you qualified to help us.
Yeah. Honestly, we could teach you like in one time. So send us DMs, your applications, okay?
We're desperate.
We need help.
Well, the first podcast we did, it was kind of all over the place. We were just introducing you guys to us. We were getting comfortable, feeling the podcast realm out. It's probably still going to take us some time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to take, I think like throughout the whole first season, we're going to be really getting into our own and like coming into the podcast space because we're both really used to being very edited.
Yes.
And I'm someone who like, I want the podcast episode to start with the bang. I want to get right into it because like... If it's like 20 minutes of jibber jabber, I'm like, shut up. Just get into the meat and potatoes.
I get that. I feel that. And also, when you're watching your favorite show, they always say you just have to stick it through the first couple episodes to really get hooked. Give us that grace.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Be nice.
This episode, we're going to be talking all about relationships.
Something I get asked about all the time.
Yeah.
Even though I know pretty much nothing, but here we are.
Plus, we post anything about our relationship and automatically get so many views. And
yeah, what is that?
People just care.
We said we need to click you guys in. We need to get your attention. We'll talk about our boyfriends.
Yeah.
By the way, if you see us looking at our phones, this is the holy grail. We would not get through filming this without outlines. I hated making outlines in school.
Yeah.
But the way that me and Andrew can't keep a single train of thought to save our lives.
No.
We would quite literally never get anywhere, never get a thought done. We would never finish the point, land the plane. So thank you for these little outlines that keep our brains working. If you have ADHD, you know what we're talking about.
And just know that our phones are on Do Not Disturb. We're invested. We're just looking at the outlines. We're not texting.
Yeah, they're totally on Do Not Disturb. I should do that.
Oh, yours isn't? Mine is.
You're just smarter than me sometimes.
I'm just more respectful.
Yeah, you are. You guys deserve our full attention. We're not going to text while we're talking to you. That's rude. We get to hang out once a week. I have a tangent.
Whoa.
We don't have our snack with us. How did we start filming this without our snack? This is Famished. All about a little bit of grub.
We didn't order food.
I do have one snack we could eat.
One snack?
Well, it's like multiple tiny snacks, but we could share it.
What is it?
BRB. Entertain them.
Entertaining you. Okay, well, we are going to be playing a red flag, green flag game. Sam, did they submit these?
No.
Oh, you guys are submitted the next game we're going to play. But this is red flag, green flag. Our producers made like different scenarios, and Sam and I are going to go through them and say whether we think it's a red flag or a green flag. What is the snack she's bringing over right now?
The word producers makes me sound so official.
I know. It's the only official thing about this podcast.
Literally. I mean, yes, look what I'm about to show you is the snack.
Is this freeze-dried candy?
Yeah, pretty much. The name of the podcast being Famished, we want to have a little snack in each episode. Today,
I don't know where this is going.
Audio listeners, I am holding up a giant, mid-size. I'm holding up a mid-size box of packing peanuts.
There's nothing else in there.
Nope, just the packing peanuts. I thought it would be a good little snack for us to eat today. Wait, here, is there ASMR?
You're actually kidding me right now.
No, eat it. They're edible. Have you never had a packing peanut?
Sam, there is no way these are edible.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you. They are.
Oh, you know what? They kind of feel like pirate booty.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Pirate's booty?
What's that?
Like the healthy snack from Trader Joe's or like the supermarket.
You think I've been in the healthy snack aisle?
Okay, well. Sam, I think only some of these are edible.
Cheers.
No.
Well, some of them are edible. That means there's like a 1 in 4 chance. It's these. Cheers.
Cheers. Sam.
That tastes like an unflavored Cheeto.
Oh, they're melting in my mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, those are like fun. Are there calories in these? Because like while I'm editing, I could just like when I bite my nails or like when I like eat because I'm bored or anxious, I could just eat these. Are there calories?
I mean, there's probably calories in everything.
There's also little black dots in them.
Mold.
Ew, okay, no, that's so bad.
That's our snack for the day.
Okay, well, we wanted to ask you guys, well, at least I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys want us to go with like the food thing? Like, do you want us to order a different food? Maybe like stuff you guys recommend each week, and we'll have a little like mini mukbang. We won't be like chomping into the microphone, but do you want us to take the food route, or do you want us to kind of like wean off that and just spill the guts?
Just like the word famished kind of had famished in it, so it started as famished, but we were like, we could just eat a snack. We love snacks. We're snackers. We like food. But if you guys are just simply uninterested in food and trying new foods like packing peanuts, we can cut it out.
That's outrageous.
It can be my job to bring the funnest snack ever. I can come out with fun little items for us to eat every week.
Can they be like edible next time?
I mean, yeah, this was a last minute decision.
Because like these aren't meant to be eaten. These could have been kept on the floor of like the factory.
They're biodegradable. That means edible.
Okay.
Last time I checked, I think.
Well. Sorry
for the interruption. I had to introduce you to our snack of the day, packing peanuts. Don't try this at home.
Why? You made me eat that.
I can't tell other people to eat it. That's like not being a good influence.
Okay.
Also, if you're watching this video version, we are two insecure humans who like to hold pillows over our bellies.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're wondering, I mean, if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. Pillows make you comfortable.
You got it. And plus, like, yeah, there's just a lot going on down there that I'm not trying to show off.
I've always low-key wanted to be a game show host. I feel like I'd be so good at it.
I feel like you'd be good at it.
It's just the people part and the being in the public
No,
part.
you know what?
that
I don't
would
think
suck.
you'd be good at it.
Well, they have teleprompters, no?
Yeah, but I don't think, like, you don't retain, like, you don't listen to anything anyone says to you.
I listen. I don't retain the information.
So, like, it would just be like talking to, like, a brick wall. Like, you would just...
But do I have to retain the information, or do I just talk?
Well, then that's called a podcast.
True. This episode of the podcast, unlike the last one, it's going to be... The last one was very fun, but we're going to make sure you leave this podcast having learned something new.
From us, two very unexperienced... No, honestly, we're pretty seasoned with relationships, I'd say. Like, I
have one.
No, okay, well, same. But let's...
So true.
Yeah.
Cute.
Hi, you've had boyfriends growing up.
I mean, does a little boyfriend in high school count?
I've never even had, like, no one's even crushed on... Like, Zach is my first.
Well, I wouldn't say people crushed on me.
I think, okay, let's give a little synopsis of our relationship. So you start out and, like...
I have been in a relationship now for, like, 3 years. I mean, may have been on and off.
Yeah.
But, it happens. Long distance is a biatch. I will start there.
Yeah.
We'll get into advice about that later in the podcast. But growing up, I never really had any long-term boyfriends. Like, my boyfriend now is my first long-term relationship I've ever been in.
Right.
I was, like, last pick of our high school.
Me.
And I think the only reason I even got a boyfriend was because everyone else was taken and there was only 5 of us to choose from. So it was either be single or date Sam.
No.
Okay.
You were, like, the star athlete.
The star athlete, or like barely made the team because once again they needed enough people to put on the court.
Sam played like 4 different sports all growing up. She was like really, really athletic.
Really?
Can't say the same anymore.
Well, I went to a small school. If I went to a big high school, like my high school had less than 200 kids in the entire school.
Yeah.
And if I went to a big school, I wouldn't have been on the team. I wouldn't have been good enough to be on the team.
I played every sport. I played every sport, but I literally dropped out halfway through every single season. Like, I couldn't do it. I could not.
Feel that.
But
they would tell me to do something, and I would say no.
Anyway, this is a synopsis about your relationship.
Oh, yeah. See, but people, you guys get it. The people who get it, get it. If you don't, I'm jealous, because your brain works like a normal individual. But we're how do you say that? We're neurodivergent. Divergent.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I had a relationship in high school. When we broke up, I thought the world was ending.
Yeah.
But the relationship that I'm in now is the first time I've ever truly been in love with somebody.
Aww.
Mm-hmm. I didn't ever dated in college. Went for 1 year.
Oh.
And then I met my boyfriend on the internet. That's where we are.
Okay.
What about you?
That's good. Me, okay, so I never ever dated in high school, never dated in college, nothing. First of all, I was in the closet, number one.
Yeah, for some reason in my mind, you've always been out.
No, I came out when I was 22. So I was in the closet for a really long time, never even had my first kiss until I was 22 or 23.
Does it feel good to be out?
Well, yeah.
Like fresh air? Not stuffy.
At this point, it's stale, but like when I first came out, it was fresh. Yeah. But no, I came out, and then like a year after I came out, I started dating Zach, and we've been together for almost 8 years. So it's been forever. And like, we'll get into this on another episode, but the gay community is just nuts. I've never like felt like I was a part of it. I genuinely identify as straight. I do. I identify as straight. And if anyone has a problem with that, you can't tell me what I identify as, okay? So...
What was coming out like?
I didn't mean to. I got really drunk. So I never drank until I was 21. And I think a big part of that was because I was scared what I would say.
I understand that.
Yeah. So I never got drunk. And then finally not finally, but I started drinking. And one day I got so drunk. And I went to like this karaoke bar and I blacked out. And there were swingers there. And like they took me in the bathroom. It was a guy and a girl. Like a husband and wife. They took me in the bathroom and did God knows what. I have no idea. I was blackout. I guess, okay.
Eiffel Tower?
This is me realizing they took advantage of me. Whatever.
Bad luck with that.
Yeah, I do.
Poor guy.
Maybe there's a really big TikToker who did. No, I'm just kidding.
A really big TikToker did what?
Stop.
That's it. We don't talk about it anymore.
Anyway, now I'm all...
We got you flustered.
I'm flustered. Yeah, so anyway, the husband and wife, they took me in the bathroom, did God knows what. I don't think anything too crazy, but then I went home, I slept at my friend's house, and then when I went home to my parents' house, I was like literally still drunk. And they were like, they thought it was funny because I like never drank and I was like 22, 23 at the time. And I was like, oh my God, I hooked up with swingers last night. And they were like, what? I was like, I hooked up with swingers. And they were like, girls? Like, and I was like, no, a guy and a girl. They were like, the guy too? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, do you like guys?
They didn't know?
I think.
Maybe they were just trying to make you feel better about it.
Yeah. Well, I think my dad is just oblivious. He had no idea. But my mom, she was like, do you like guys? And I was like, yeah, like I like both. But then like a day later, I was like, no, like...
Just guys.
Yeah. So that's how I came out. Anyway, and I had worked with Zach at Chili's. So I was friends with Zach for 2 years before we started dating. And in those time, we were friends. So like I would hear stuff that like you would never tell someone you're going to date or your boyfriend because we were friends. So now like I like think back to that and I'm like, you did what?
Like, at least you really knew each other by the time.
Yeah.
You got in the relationship. There was no like secrets.
Yeah.
Nothing in the closet.
Yeah, and we were friends. That's like a really good thing. So we started dating and we've never been like on or off. He tried to break up with me once, or well, like we got in a fight and he was like, I'm breaking up with you, blah, blah, blah. Like once when we first started dating. And then I was like, I'm not playing that game. So I was like, okay, we're over then. Like,
Can I see your hand?
Yeah, why?
Where's the ring?
Oh, I know. Well, I was like, we're not playing that game. So I was like, fine, like we're done. And then like he wasn't used to that because his previous relationship, they broke up all the time. And he like lost his mind. He was like, no, like, and I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, but, people like to play that game of like, let's just throw around the term breaking up like in a fight, like it's nothing. But if you're going to break up with me, you're going to break up with me.
Oh, yeah, no, I nipped it right away though. I was like, no, okay, fine, you're done.
That's good, yeah.
Bye. We've been together for 8 years now, so it worked. And we're just trying to save up because we need to buy a kid also.
Yeah, that is insane. I never even thought about that, about being in a gay relationship with guys, like two guys. Because
I have to purchase a child.
Yes. Because not only do you have to do IVF if you want it to be biological.
Which I would like.
But you have to pay somebody to carry that baby. I have offered. I don't know that I qualify. I have a couple of extra pounds in the midsection, and I think that actually disqualifies you from being a surrogate.
Extra cushion for the baby's head.
I would become a surrogate so fast. Why not? I'll grow babies for people.
I think you'll feel different once you have a kid.
Everybody that I have seen that's a surrogate has kids, and they want to give that to other people because they know what having a kid for themselves did for them.
Yeah. I think if I ever did the IVF or had a surrogate, I wouldn't want it to be anyone who would be in the kid's life growing up, just because I wouldn't want them to feel like, oh, like that's my mom. Unless like obviously in the future they wanted to meet their birth, whatever. But
I'm going to be your kid's mom regardless.
Oh, boy.
Mom, how do you mesh mom and aunt?
Monty.
I'm going to be Monty.
You're going to be their Monty.
Yes, that's cute.
But
I'll buy them little outfits.
Cute. You could be like their financial flow.
I'd be their sugar Monty.
You're their sugar Monty. That's cute.
I love. My favorite thing ever is being an aunt and just buying things for people's kids. Like my sister keeps popping out children, and I love it because I can have kids in like 5 years.
You know, I am the child of someone, so you could like buy me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm someone's child too.
That's true. Anyway, that's the synopsis of our relationship. So maybe it'll give you a better understanding of where we are. Like, at this point, it's been 8 years. I'm just like, whatever.
It's our credentials, so to speak. This is why we are qualified to be speaking to you about relationships.
Right. Okay, red flag, green flag segment.
I never was good at red flag, green flag.
Okay, so the red flag, green flag segment. We're finally here.
Yes,
we made it.
Sidetracked, I'm just still saying would have been a good name for us. We don't know how to stay on track.
It could be the nickname.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to read the first one?
We're just going to read off some red flags, some green flags, and we're going to see what each other say. What do we feel? What are our differences? And you guys can play along in the comments below. Okay, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
I'm really curious to see your opinion on this. Like, genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
They refuse to share their location with you.
To me, if you are saying, yeah, I'll share my location, and they refuse, that's a red flag. If one person's like, yeah, take my location, like, you can know where I'm at all times, especially if you've been together for a while, like, that's just a safety thing. Like, my parents have each other's locations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for
and
sure.
And they're, like, in love.
Yeah.
Me and Zach have each other's locations.
I feel like it can depend on how you treat it.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're obviously being unhealthy about it, like your partner has given you absolutely no reason to not trust them, like, I agree. It can be a red flag if all of a sudden they're just like, no, you can't have my location, or they're weird about it. Like,
And also, I think it's a red flag if, like, you're dating for, like, a couple months and they're like, I want your location.
yes.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I don't remember when me and my boyfriend swapped locations. I don't know if we always just had them. I barely ever check it.
I think mine was at least a year in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of a newer thing too, wasn't it?
Okay.
8 years ago.
I'm a Flintstone.
Well, you just started dating young.
8 years ago was like 2015. 2016.
I don't know that I had anyone's location in 2016. I think that's when like Life 360 first started and everyone was freaking out about it. I never used like Find My Friends or anything like that.
Okay.
Back then. But I feel like it can become toxic either way. So I would, if I could pick, which I know I wasn't the one asked, I'd say yellow. Which,
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
why is it beige?
Yeah, no, it really should be. Yeah.
Who chose beige flag?
Wait, no.
Red, yellow, green. Green, yellow, red. I forget which order the stoplights go in.
No, it should be yellow flag.
Right?
Why is it beige?
It's irritating.
That's so stupid.
People come up with the stupidest ideas, I swear. Just
I
a
agree.
tit for tat thought for tit tat.
Okay,
That
the
was
next
English.
one. Maintaining separate friend groups.
Green flag.
That's a green flag. Okay, first of all,
Is that weird that I said green flag?
no, that's a green flag.
Oh, you
I
agree?
agree. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't do groups of friends. I learned from
Me too.
the soul siblings.
Oh, the
I don't do-
soul siblings.
I don't do groups of
Halloween
friends anymore.
episode. You have bad luck with friends though.
Groups of friends.
Yeah, I used to get really jealous of people's friend groups. I know we talked about Hannah in the last episode, but her friend group when she first moved to Hawaii, all of them hanging out and having fun. I had just moved to Florida and I wanted it so bad. I was so
okay.
jealous.
Yeah, and in the last episode when I said
He's stressed.
well, when I was like Hannah Maloche, that was because like in 2021, like me and Sam, obviously we were best friends, and she was like, I just wish I had friends like Hannah Maloche, and so then it became a joke like, oh, Hannah Maloche, like,
Yeah.
So that's why in the last episode I was like, oh, but I really like Hannah Maloche, I do.
I've just learned I'm not built for it. I have tried to make friends. I posted TikToks being like, hi, I'm lonely, might be my friend. I barely have enough time to respond to the 3 friends I have.
Yeah.
I'm close enough with you at this point that you take no effort. I mean, I get him birthday presents and I'll text him back and I'll call him.
Birthday presents.
But you don't take effort in the sense that I know if we don't talk for 2 days, when we do talk, it's not going to be awkward. It's not like, why aren't you talking to me?
Flashback to my birthday when you forgot to say it until 10 p.m.
Don't even.
And we talked all day.
The way I was mortified.
Everyone else got a spread on her Instagram. Like,
it bothered me so bad. It's giving me anxious.
she forgot to say it until 10 p.m. We talked all day.
I have never been more mortified, and it had happened to Andrew in his life once.
Yeah.
With his other friend, and I remember him telling me about it before it happened, and how just upset and bad he felt.
Because I did it. I forgot to say it.
But when it happened to me, it is just the worst feeling in the world. Meanwhile, we started this conversation about talking about your relationships friend groups.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I cut you off with that. Go ahead.
No, me. I went on a tangent about, I've had friends, or I don't know that I can have good friends. I feel bad when people ask me to be friends because I would love to be everybody's friend. I would love to be the person that can just have a bunch of friends, but I don't know that I have what it takes to be a good friend to more people than I already have in my circle.
No, and I think honestly that's a part of like growing through your 20s.
Yeah.
I'm 30. I never really, whatever.
No, it's his biggest secret.
Yeah, it is what it is.
30 is so young. I'm 25 now. I now understand that 30 is not old.
Yeah, no, it's really, it's not. Like, I feel young. It is what it is. But I'm 30, and like, I've learned so much through my 20s. I am so different. And something I've learned is I really don't need friends. Like, I need, like, you, Stephanie. Like, other than that, I'm not looking for friends anymore. I can't even imagine making a new friend. Like, I don't.
No.
I'm not looking for it. And if it happens organically, of course, I'm open to it. But number one.
What time?
Yes, I stay away from groups. I don't.
There's drama. Like back home, I have a couple of friends from back home that I love. Like, love you guys. How they are still in these friend groups that are so, they fight all the time.
It's
like,
ridiculous.
You're in high school. I'm like, guys, you're 25 now. And you're still fighting and bitching at each other as if, like, we're juniors in high school. And I don't understand how people are comfortable living like that. That gives me anxiety. I need people in my life that are just going to keep me zen, bring value, not drama.
And plus, like, we're on a very, like, grind work, like, mindset.
Yeah.
We don't have time for, like... So it's just, and...
I can't go on, like, coffee dates every other day. I can't.
And, like, I do not do well with anything being said behind my back, like, bad. And I'm not saying, like, I go off and I go crazy. I just don't, like, I will cut you off immediately. Like, I will confront you and then cut you off. And honestly, that's a lot of what happened.
We say all of what we've just said to say, I think it's healthy to have your own friends in a relationship. I can see having some shared friends, but I think having your own group of people to go to that's not the same people that your boyfriend's friends with. Speaking of, I'm going to do something called a segue into the next one. Constantly share intimate details of your relationship with their family or friends.
Obviously a red flag.
I agree. I saw someone, I wish I could fully remember how they worded it because it was so good, essentially say that when you're with your friends, with your family, you're essentially painting a picture of your partner to them.
Yeah.
Why would you want to paint them badly? Now, if you're in like a bad situation, different story. But you shouldn't be taking every fight, everything, every disagreement, every time he leaves his towel on the ground, you shouldn't be telling that to your family and friends because then they're just not going to like him. And then when you want them to like him, they're not gonna. I
don't talk to anyone about like fights Zach and I have. I genuinely don't. And I will say I have the red flag. Like if I was going to have a red flag, it would have been this one, but not in like... It is bad. Not in a bad way, but like anytime when we were younger, like anytime Zach and I would go out like drunk or anything, I would
pick fights.
No.
Oh.
I would always show his nudes to everyone.
Oh, I remember that.
Because he's heavily endowed. But like it's not like I'm like look how little it is. I mean, it was good, but like I was immature. I didn't realize, and like so that is like an aspect of that. Like I should not have been doing that.
Yeah. No, yes.
At all.
I definitely, in the beginning, overshared with every fight. I didn't know how to handle that internally.
Yeah.
So I would just go to you. I would go to my mom. And I was just telling everybody about the little fights.
Yeah, and I never did that.
No.
What I did was worse.
If you're going through something big and you need someone to lean on, obviously you can go to your friends. But I would just say to be careful about how you are doing so and like how you're painting it. Don't just go shit-talking your partner because... that's not going to get you anywhere or like gain you anything except for making them not like your partner and be supportive of your relationship.
And don't show anyone's nudes. That's really shitty. That's so bad. Even if it's in good light, like even if you have a good heart about it and you're proud of it, don't.
Overall, it's a red flag.
Okay, keep in contact with their ex, but it's not romantic. No,
Absolutely not. If you have crossed the line of friend and anything more than a friend... I personally, me, myself, and I don't think you should be talking to them anymore when you're in a relationship with somebody else.
It's a neon red flag to me.
Yeah, it's really bad. Personally, granted, everything that we're saying is personal. I'm like low-key afraid to offend any of you guys. But I can see having friends that are the opposite sex as long as you're like respectful about it. And like there's obviously no lines that have been crossed. But if that line has ever been crossed, no.
Yeah. This one I think will have different opinions on.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Which is funny because friendship-wise, it's opposite.
Okay.
Frequently texting and checking in.
I don't know that I have a good answer for that. I think it can be healthy. I think it would just depend on the relationship. If you really needed that, like in a relationship, I can see that, but I don't know that you should need to constantly be texting them and checking in.
I think if you want to, do it. And that's
Yeah.
not bad. But if you make it a rule,
Right.
you have to text me every
correct.
hour, red flag.
Yeah.
But if you want to, of course. But
Uh-huh.
like, Zach is an accountant. He's extremely busy.
Yeah.
Gerald's busy. Like,
Yeah, but we didn't used to be that way. And
Yeah.
I'm an anxiously attached human. I learned that being in my first relationship ever. What is your attachment style? Do you know?
to Zach.
Yeah, or just in a relationship in general. Like, what did you learn about that when you got in a long-term relationship?
At the beginning, I was really attached.
Okay.
Really, really, really attached for a couple of years. And then I slowly, I've learned. I've grown up a bit.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like,
I feel like you're not avoidant and you're not anxiously attached to him anymore. So whatever the healthy one is, I feel like you've got there.
Zach and I, like when Zach's at work, we'll send maybe one text for the day.
Yeah.
And then I'll see him when he gets home.
Mm-hmm. That's healthy.
Yeah. Like an I miss you.
Yeah. Where I feel like we're different in our relationships is I'm still anxiously attached. So when I'm not talking to my boyfriend, before we moved to Florida, I would just be so anxious. Like my brain would tell me that he doesn't like me anymore if I'm not always talking to him.
That's different too, though. You guys were long distance, so you should talk a little more, I feel.
Well, we definitely did.
Yeah.
But I just really learned that I was anxiously attached. Like I couldn't go on a trip and not talk to him the whole time. It 100% was not him telling me that I needed to be doing that. It was my brain thinking if I don't give this person 100% of my time, they're not going to want me anymore.
And that used to like, no, I don't want to say bother me, but like,
Oh, it would be
'Cause
so annoying.
if you were with Gerald, you wouldn't respond to me
No.
at all. Like, but you would read it, like, so it would say read, and it was like, it would be a question or something, and
Yeah.
she just wouldn't respond, and it caused like, not fights, but like, it honestly was a good thing, because it really helped us understand, like, we got to such a good place in our friendship now.
Yeah, but that's definitely not healthy. Like
No,
I needed to learn to not have that. And even though me and Gerald have broken up in our relationship before, and I hated that. Obviously breaking up is not fun. I think I needed to go through those breakups to really find myself again and heal that part of me that was super anxious. I definitely still struggle with it where I feel like I have to be talking to him, but now I can go on a trip and enjoy the vacation and send him a few texts updating him on what I'm doing because I want to. Like I'll take a picture and send it to him, but I don't have to be constantly talking to him and like have it ruin my day or like time that I'm spending with you or I don't know. I don't know why I was like that.
But also, I shouldn't, like, if we really, like, met in the middle. Because, like, I shouldn't have been, like, getting upset. Like, okay.
I feel like it's a learning.
Yeah.
Like, when you are in a relationship and you are anxiously attached, it's not like you're doing something bad. You didn't ask to be that way. The same way avoidance don't ask to be that way. It just takes time and effort to get to the middle. But I am somebody who thinks that sometimes you need the harsh reality of the way that you're acting is impacting other relationships in your life. And so you just have to like work through it and learn. And we did. So I feel like you said you can check it in text, but I think it's just good to be mindful of like the amount. Like make sure you're still content when you're not talking to them. Just because you're not talking to them doesn't mean that they don't love you or aren't interested in you.
Yeah, I think it's
Does that
like,
mean in the middle?
like I said, like, if you want to do it, but if you make it a rule, red flag.
Makes comments about what you eat.
Come on.
If you are sitting there saying green flag, I need you to ask yourself, what position are you in right now?
It's like they're just trying
What
to
is-
help. No.
They should not. Granted, you can inspire each other to be healthier. I think just having someone to cook with and make healthier meals with is nice. But if you're sitting down to eat at a restaurant and you go to order your burger and they make a comment about how you should get a salad.
No. I might comment.
Oh.
Zach eats so much sugar.
Does
eats-
he?
Oh, no, it's
Isn't that annoying though when people can eat whatever they want?
Yeah, okay, that's the thing. Zach's 6'4". He's never ever been chubby a day in his life. Like, he's so skinny. He doesn't have like fat trauma, being called fat. Like, so like it's not like I'm like ugh. I'm just worried.
Oh, yes. Jura went to the doctor the other day.
And I'm projecting. So
Oh, same. I'm like, should you be eating that?
maybe you should work
As
out.
I'm like,
Charles like a bodybuilder.
Oh.
Maybe you should work out.
my boyfriend's natural body state is like chiseled.
Yes.
How? How is that fair? Like, come on.
No, no.
God, this is what I get.
I actually got really, really triggered recently. Like bad because I like gained a little weight after the Barbie premiere because like it was like taking a deep breath out, unbuckling your pants. Like I lost weight
You look
for it.
good. You look good now. You look fantastic now.
Triggered. No.
Tell him how good he looks.
So I gained like maybe 10 pounds after it, whatever. And I didn't realize I was gaining it until like one day I was like, oh shit, like I gained a little weight. And then Zach, I had no idea, was losing weight. Not actively trying. He just like was making like a few healthier choices.
Yeah.
And then one day, like we got buffalo wings and I got them on the bone, which I never do because they're messy.
Yeah.
And I had like buffalo wings all under my nails. Like it was crazy. And Zach was like, oh, like I went down like 2 belt loops, like I'm losing weight. And that was like the same day I realized I've been gaining weight. And then like we had to put medication on my dog's ear. And like I couldn't do it because I had buffalo sauce under my nails. And I just felt like the fattest, most disgusting troll because I just learned Zach's been losing weight and he's skinny.
Yeah.
And like he was like, look, like I have the V. And I was like,
same.
I have a
it's
W.
Just a fat line. Yeah.
I have a W.
I do have a W. I've never looked at it that way. We have letters of the alphabet too.
It's really sad.
Oh, I was like proud of it for a second there.
Oh, I have like more of a U, I'd say.
It depends on if I'm 5 pounds heavier or lighter.
Right.
If I lose 5 pounds, I get a little line in the middle of it, like the loose skin is starting.
Oh my God, you can like swipe your card through it.
Yeah, kind of. Like it looks like a little butt cheek. But then if I gain that 5 pounds back, I fill it out and I look great again.
Look great. So I was triggered that day. It was a day of great realization. But you know, it's always gonna be another mountain.
Yeah, I feel like one day it'll be our moment. I've never known what it's like to be skinny, so I don't know what the difference is.
I was skinny for 2 years or a year.
I wish. But then again, they always say when you actually do lose the weight, you end up feeling just as insecure. Do you agree or no? You have the opposite effect.
It was the best time of my life. It really was. I'm sorry.
But, I mean, we can talk about that at a different... This is about relationships, but I feel like we could talk a lot about body image and stuff. And
Yeah.
like
That's
we
a good
feel.
episode.
Yeah. We can have a whole moment about that and like let you guys interact.
Because what I just said, like, I felt it was the best time ever. It goes a lot deeper than that.
Yes.
So,
Okay, should we rapid fire a few more?
yeah, rapid fire.
Okay. Keep it quick, people. Wanting a shared social media account or asking for your social media passwords.
I don't... Shared social... Like,
Like you're not allowed to have your own or you have to have each other's passwords.
oh, no.
I don't have the passwords. I would say red flag, but maybe that's controversial. I don't feel like I need... If I don't trust my partner enough to have their own social media account...
Yeah, that's crazy.
And if you don't trust them because they've given you reasons to not trust them, then I'm sorry, you really shouldn't be in that relationship. Because to have a relationship without trust is not going to work at all.
Engaging in the silent treatment during arguments.
No.
Absolutely not.
Red flag.
Something I was saying, like with friendships, everything, I'm so upfront. Like, that's why it seems like I'm always annoyed. Because, like, if I get annoyed, I will tell you and we move past it. And it's not, I'm not going to be annoyed about it all day. It's not going to build up. I'm going to be like, Sam, you're annoying. And then the next sentence is, I'm over it. Because I said it. And same with you. That's how you are. Like,
if you need space away during a fight, that's fine. But then you just need to say, hey, I don't think I can have a productive conversation right now. I need a minute to go take away, gather my thoughts, and we will come back and finish this conversation. But you have to like promise that you're going to come back and fix it when you have a clear head. That's fine. Silent treatment is disrespectful.
And Zach and I are really, really different where he does not talk a lot at all.
That's
Even
what
to
you're
me,
like.
it's not like he's shy around people, but like, no, he's just not a talker. You know, he has his moments where he talks a lot, but for the most part, he's not a talker. So he saves everything in for like...
Oh, and they just start throwing it at you?
And then, like, if we ever, like, get in a fight, it's like he brings up all this stuff, and I'm just like, well, why didn't you say that? Whereas I, throughout the day, will say what's annoying me. And then
Every little thing.
And then he feels like I'm nagging him. So that's, like, one of the issues we have.
Okay.
I'm being so transparent.
That's good.
That's, like, one of the issues we have is, like, he sometimes feels like I'm constantly nagging him, but then, like, he'll have, like, these big
list.
blow-ups.
Yes.
And, like, he's bottled it all in, and, like, I'm like, whoa. So...
It's so interesting how different people are.
Where, like,
in
I never,
relationships.
like, have big blow-ups.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you just get it out. You're slowly letting the air out of the balloon.
Yeah.
Versus he's going...
Yeah.
I feel that.
But he deals with a lot, so...
True. I could never have his job.
Oh, I meant with me.
No. Like, the demand of his job is insane. Having close friends with the opposite sex, yellow, because I think it could go either way.
Yeah, yellow.
It depends on how they're acting.
PDA, it's not for me.
I don't think that's neither a red flag or a green flag. Like, you can have PDA if you want to have PDA, and you cannot if you don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, I think that completes the red flag, green flag segment.
Red lights, stop signs.
Okay, I'll cut you off there.
I made it that long without singing. You should be proud.
Yeah, that was good.
And now I do sing very frequently, so just get used to it. We talked about a little bit in the first episode that there are 2 segments that are going to be consistently reoccurring here on this podcast. One of them being, Was That TMI? Because Andrew is known as Andrew TMI. If you don't follow him on all of his socials already, you need to. He needs it. And I'm saying that as a loving best friend. And then the other segment, that segment we're not doing today because I feel like that one's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like laughing, bantering off stories about it.
And this episode's like less funny, I feel. It's more...
Yeah.
Next episode will be funny.
It will be very funny.
And sad.
Sad? Oh, you have an update that I don't know about?
No, you...
Me? I don't want to talk about it. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it. The second segment is What Would Samantha Joe Do? Which we are going to do today. But
those are going to be like the reoccurring segments, but we're going to have like all different segments throughout the podcast, like all the time as we come up with new ideas, what's trending, whatever. So if you guys want to be a part of it, make sure you follow our Instagram, our TikTok, our personal Instagrams, because we're constantly going to be posting the stuff on there.
Yes.
And you guys can, reply and be a part of a podcast.
We'll kind of like every week we'll post giving the overarching theme, and then you guys can either DM us and start it with Was That TMI or What Would Samantha Joe Do? And we'll put little stories asking for them as an easier way for you guys to put them in. They'll completely stay anonymous, but if you want to be a part of the podcast, that's how you guys can interact.
And they will be anonymous, so don't worry.
Yeah, and don't forget, make them good, juicy, fun, title-grabbing things.
Yeah, even like we have to title these juicy, clickbaity,
Yes.
like lie if you have to. It'll be our little secret.
These take a big chunk of our time. Like, this podcast actually takes way more time than I thought it was going to, and he has to drive here.
4 hours each way.
So financially, it has to be worth it at some point.
Sam said if we're only getting 20,000 views per episode, we're quitting it. So don't make that happen.
Don't out me like that.
Well, I'm just saying that we need to get more than that. Watch it 10 times.
Yeah, that's true. Let it
while you
play. Honestly, YouTube made a feature where you can... No, maybe Spotify or YouTube. One of them made a feature where you can continuously loop something now. It'll just keep playing over and over and over again. Oh. So if you have extra devices...
But also it's not that shitty. Like, I have to pay for a full gas each way. A full tank of gas each way.
Right.
Like,
the amount of equipment that's sitting around it.
You just bought a $2,500 camera for this.
I did.
We've put a lot of money into this. So
because we want it to be good.
It's not like if we don't get 20,000 views, it's like we have to be smart about our time and our money. We're very busy as it is.
We've probably invested almost $10,000 in this podcast between the mics, the equipment, the cameras.
It's also half the reason why I moved across the country. So
that is true. It's honestly so fun though, getting to do something with your bestie. So, with all that being said, we are going to move into our next segment. What would Samantha Joe do?
That was good.
Yeah, a little segue. We did ask you guys for your relationship advice questions because, as you guys have heard us talk, we're very qualified. We're very good at this. We're the best relationshipers that there is. And even so, the questions that you guys ask doesn't have to be stuff that we've been through. Just like give me your scenario and I'll tell you what I would do in that situation. And Andrew will tell you what he would do in that situation.
Yeah, like you can literally say like boobies for fingers or boobies for toes. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's this or that.
Whatever we got.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
My friend sent a picture of her cherries, which means titties, to the guy I'm talking to. He didn't ask for them. She just sent them because here's what she told me. I was sending them to all the guys on my Snapchat. I told her please not to send him those pictures, and she told me she would stop. That night, she was once again sending him pictures in the bath. She told me he complimented her, so she didn't see a problem. I don't know if I can get mad at him because we're not dating, but am I the asshole for getting mad at her?
First of all, I'm going to look at it as I'm not talking to her. I'm going to look at it as two girls. Like,
that's so fucked up.
If they both, like... I'll look at it as if I'll talk to her and she's telling the truth. Like,
yeah,
it is. I'll take it for what it is. That is so fucked up. That girl, first of all, cut her out. Like,
yes.
You'll learn as you get older. Like, just cut her out. It's not going to be good. She will, you're married, she will fuck your husband. Like,
that's true. But what I will also say is it's a red flag that he hadn't, like, deleted her off Snapchat after the first picture. Like, if he didn't want to receive those pictures, he probably would have put himself in a position to not receive
But he
those
might not know
pictures.
that girl number 1 likes him.
They're dating.
They're dating?
Yes. No. Oh, it's that guy I'm talking to. Well, you're talking to them.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, if you... Wait. Whoa.
It's the guy. So it's like a girl is sending the guy that she's talking to. If this is true, you're not dating. But even regardless, if that's something that someone's doing while you're getting into a relationship, then that kind of just shows you what they value. I don't know that you would want to be with that person.
Yeah, if he's aware that like you guys are becoming a thing, absolutely not. But
No.
if it's like you met him in a college class and
Or you met yesterday and he's
just-
talking to someone else, that's like normal.
yeah, whatever. But either way, she is a red flag. Imagine you're on the lunch line and there's one slice of pizza left, and you're like, oh, I really want that slice of pizza. I'm gonna go get it, and she cuts in front of you and buys it. Like
Me,
that's
though. I would steal pizza
no
from
for
you.
real. That's so.
Oh, that's
shitty.
messed up. No, for sure. No. She's not a girl's girl. We don't like her.
Ew, and what a pick me, like
Yes.
attention seeking
Yes.
bitch.
Which
Sorry.
everyone has their issues. Maybe there's more going on, and that girl should go to therapy. And if you want to send pictures of yourself, flaunt it. Like, own it. If that makes you feel good, go for it. But maybe not to other people's men. Granted, this is saying they're not technically in a relationship, I don't think. But regardless, both of them, you got to dump.
She's the type of girl who will try to embarrass you in front of him when you guys hang out all together.
I don't know. For me, that would just be an ick if a guy kept responding. Granted, I don't know if you have proof that he complimented her back, but regardless, I know as a woman how I would feel about the situation. If it was me, which is the whole point, you are not going to send somebody a nude of you again the second time.
Oh, no.
If you didn't get a good reception from it the first time. Like,
Unless you're that delusional.
well, right. But, like, you know how embarrassed I would be? Or how, like, absolutely not. That's why, like, when girls start confessing, if a girl is, like, confessing their love for the guy you're talking to them, or you're in a relationship with them and these girls start coming out being like, no, I really like you, that might be a red flag.
My friend was talking to a guy, and she sent him, like, a really, like a nude. Like,
Yeah.
And he just gave it a thumbs up.
You see, you wouldn't send another one. But this girl's coming back for seconds. She's double dipping. So clearly she got good reception.
The way I would kill myself.
Yes. I'd be done.
If someone just gave it a thumbs up.
Take me away.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not. I'm not
Okay.
doing that. So I'm going to give you the advice of ditch them.
Yeah.
Both of them. I think that he definitely responded in a way that he's very interested. And in which case, maybe you guys aren't on the same level. You're interested in being more of a relationship. He's obviously not. And don't talk to her. Good talk.
Yeah. I say drop her, period. Drop him, period.
Yeah. As a plus size girly, how do I do Tinder without the fear of rejection? Struggling for real. Online dating. I never really had that time where I went on dates from like Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, whatever. I just kind of fell into my relationship. But where I feel like people go wrong is whenever I see people sharing their profiles of their dating app thingies, the pictures have Snapchat filters on them.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
If you want to not have anxiety going into a first date with someone that you are meeting online, literally put pictures of yourself that so blatantly, put some good little post pictures of yourself in there too. Put pictures that show you in your rawest form. Maybe not like right out of bed, but put a picture of what your belly looks like, what your butt looks like, and that goes for any size.
So there's no surprises.
Correct. That way, and honestly, if they're going to look at your profile and see that one picture of you, but they like all the other ones of you in your Snapchat filters, but that one picture of you that's just of your body makes them not swipe right, then that just saves you the awkwardness of doing that there. Why would you not want that? It's going to weed the people out.
It saves you the time. Guys, time is money, everybody.
Yes, of the essence.
Like, literally, why would you want to go on a date with someone where when you show up, you don't look like your pictures and they're
No.
not going to be interested because they're an asshole
No.
or whatever. But also, like, they're not because, like, you don't look like your picture. Like, and coming from someone who's had a lot of friends on dating apps, filters, just don't do filters. It's
Yeah.
it's automatic no.
Why do people still post pictures with like heavy Snapchat filters?
Well, I guess it's an insecurity blanket for
But
some
there's
people.
cuter filters.
Yeah. The dog filter,
People use that still?
I've seen.
I sure hope not.
I think in, like, little towns.
Do I know what I think of when I hear the word little town?
Toontown.
Little town full of little people.
Ew.
Showing
Okay.
up to say.
Anyway.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, I think a good way to do that would be Bumble, because the guy has to message you.
You message the guy first
Oh.
on Bumble. That's the opposite way. It's the only one that like the girl has to make the first move. But if what you're anxious about is like your body, so you're saying like as a plus size girl, your Tinder account, like your Hinge account, your Tinder account, whatever, there is really nothing to be anxious about if you have true, honest photos of what you look like. Because if you're posting a picture of your body and they don't like what it looks like, you're never gonna know. They're
Yeah,
just gonna swipe right or left.
I don't
right?
know.
I don't know how that works.
We don't know that.
But they're just not. You're not gonna ever talk to them, or they will know that you're hot shit and they'll like you. Everyone has preferences on bodies. It doesn't offend me that not every guy is going to be attracted to a big girl. It is what it is.
And you're like, if you show up and you look like your pictures, you're not going to get rejected. You look like your pictures. And like, if you're worried about people swiping no, that's not rejection. Like,
No,
we got to drop our egos.
Yeah.
That's not rejection. You're not going to be everyone's type.
It's not like every guy that walks past you on the streets going no to your face, yes to your face.
Like some people would swipe no to Madison Beer.
Yes.
It's just, you're not going to be everyone's
Preference,
type.
yeah.
And I think you just got to realize that it's drop the ego. It's preference. It's not rejection. It's just preference. You show up looking like your pictures, they're going to like
you're
you.
fine. You've already gotten past the looks part when you're having the conversation in the app. If your profile accurately represents how you look.
Yeah.
Like that should be the least of your concerns. You should be concerned about him being crazy and scary and killing you after the date is over. Huh?
Very true.
Right? It's happened.
Should I be mad if my boyfriend watches spicy content? I don't think so. I think if they're watching spicy content as someone you guys know personally, because we know, I'm not going to say the word, but we know like that spicy content platform is a thing. I think that's kind of iffy. It's kind of weird. But spicy content, watching it just like the normal, I think it's fine. To me, at least.
Like everyone's relationship's going to be different. Your boundaries are going to be different. I think as long as your partner respects whatever you're comfortable with, it's fine.
If it's interfering in the relationship, maybe that's a problem. But
I think there's a difference in like an addiction. Like that might be a little bit too far. Also, I think when it gets personal, I can say like when it gets personal, then it's not okay. But for somebody else, that might be okay in their relationship.
Yeah.
I think it just depends. Just talk about it. Communicate. Important.
Yeah.
If you cannot communicate in a relationship, you're doomed.
Communication is the key to, it's the overall blanket of this message. Communicate.
Yeah. And it's probably so annoying to hear that because everybody just says, communicate. You have to.
But it's true. It's like why everyone says drink water. You got it.
I wouldn't be doing good justice to the relationship topic of this video if I didn't talk about long distance. Oh. So, I know you did long distance. What advice do you give? I'm currently in one. Love you so much. I love you too. Oh, that was like intimate. Long distance can be beautiful. I think it has its benefits. It can teach you certain things in a relationship, but it's really freaking hard.
Yeah.
Being in a long distance relationship, talk about communication. Takes so much communication, and if your partner is not willing to meet you in the middle with that and learn how to communicate with each other, it won't work.
Yeah. When Zach and I first started dating, we dated for maybe 4 months, and then I moved to California for like 3 months. So like I was away for like 3 months. That's it. But it was hard. So like you dealt with it way more.
We were long distance for over 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. And most of the issues that we have had, I know that that's a part of it. It's but definitely been like a big contributing factor. I don't regret doing long distance. Obviously, I wouldn't be with him anymore. Like, I wouldn't have him if we didn't do that because it just didn't make sense in our lives. Like, we had to have time and do our own things and build our careers. A long distance relationship is so different than being close. Like, we both live in Florida now, and it's the first time that we've ever been close in our relationships for the past like 6 months that I've lived here. Are the only ones that we've been close enough that I can just like go to his house for dinner.
But I noticed a big improvement in your relationship, like just from an outsider's view.
Well, it's tough when you're long distance because, and the type of distance matters too, how often you're able to see each other. For us, we were lucky enough that my job can work anywhere.
Yeah.
So I was able to see him like once a month or so for like 3 or 4 days. But in those 3 or 4 days, you have to pack a month's worth of interactions together. And me and my boyfriend are very different. our personalities are very different. The way we handle conflict is very different. And so I would show up to his house for those 4 days, or he would show up to mine, and I would expect us to be like going, doing a bunch of stuff because we don't ever get to do anything.
Yeah.
And he would just want to hang out with me, like sit and just be present with me, which both of those things are good, but we would fight about it a lot. Like he would be stressed. He would be stressed and feeling like he's not doing enough. And then I would feel like he doesn't like me because he doesn't want to do things with me. And it just caused issues. But like, you just have to talk about it. You just have to be able to trust that person. I can definitely see how being in a long distance relationship I feel like it can create such a beautiful relationship because you both do learn how to be independent and learn how to be your own people and have your own hobbies and find things that you like and enjoy. But at the same time, it just sucks not being able to see that person.
I love like the club music behind this. If you guys can hear that right now, we're next to, Sam lives next to a club.
Live. Oh, there she goes. It's a hard rock music venue.
It is just booming right now. So if you guys can hear that,
I doubt they can. I really hope you can't. But, we have fun here.
Let us know. Leave it in the comments.
We usually avoid this time, but they're doing sound check.
Yeah.
So we really can't do much about it. But I don't know.
We're wrapping up anyway.
Yeah. I don't want to say don't be in a long distance relationship because, like I said, you can find the love of your life that way. And if that's your journey, if that's the road that you guys are on together, it is great. And you'll appreciate the time when you finally get to come together so much more. But it is going to be hard. I feel like everyone says the first year of marriage is hard. But if you're in a long distance relationship and you can survive the first couple years, you're chilling.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to, I don't know anything else that me and Gerald could go through. That would be worse than what we've already been through.
Yeah.
We're chilling. We're going to be great now. So just stay positive. Don't be negative about it. But also be able to recognize like the type of person that you are or he is, and if it's not going to work, then just be able to let go. I will say breakups long distance are easier because they're not in your face 24/7.
I'm gonna pee in my pants. I have to go pee before we end this.
Go ahead, take a little tinkle. Have a little
sorry.
tinkle sesh. I like just being able to talk to you because I feel like when I'm posting YouTube videos or especially TikToks, I've really learned I don't talk much about my emotions and feelings and experiences on TikTok. I kind of leave that for my YouTube videos. But I feel guilty sometimes talking for a long time or going on tangents and I just can't get to the point. But I don't have to feel guilty about that doing a podcast. And I can just sit here and it feels like I'm on a FaceTime call with you, Andrew. You and Andrew. Yeah, that's it. Well, there's multiple of you watching, but this is an intimate moment just between me, Andrew, and the one person watching this right now or listening right now. I can't decide if I like listening to podcasts better or watching them. It's a tough decision.
Oh my gosh,
Taking this off helped a lot.
Yeah.
The comfortability of the couch, for sure.
Oh my God. I'm sorry,
was that?
you guys. I just had to go pee. The Satan himself literally just came out of my pee-pee.
How does that work?
Trying to be brand friendly.
I keep scolding Andrew because...
Which is so funny. Go ahead. I want to... Yeah.
I just am trying... I try to be family friendly a little bit. I'm working on my potty mouth. I swear too much. I've been a little bit better about it recently.
Same.
But except when I'm reading the water bottle that I'm holding. If you know, you know.
She's been scolding me to be more brand friendly, which is so... I disagree because I have my biggest series that went viral was asking uncomfortable questions to my family, which has become not just you, everyone. It put like a not brand safe thing. Like everyone thinks I'm so sexual and say all this crazy stuff all the time, which I simply don't. And like in my videos, I say fuck. I say the F word and stuff, which you do too.
Yeah.
And so like I'm not like this crazy unbrand safe person. Like I did this series over 3 years ago, and like now everyone is always messaging me like sexual stuff and like.
That is true. Whenever you post like a Q&A, it's all weird
and
shit.
Yeah, and like it's annoying because I did that video because it was asking my parents uncomfortable things you wouldn't typically ask your parents, or like gay questions, and everyone's like, oh my God, like I could never say this to my parents. Well, That's the point. I don't say that stuff to my parents. And everyone thinks like I have this crazy relationship with my parents where I say sexual stuff. And I don't. It was just for the video. Like that was the title of the video. And it's just like this big like misconception in everyone's head now where of course I'll make jokes here and there on my videos, but I'm not this crazy sexual unbrand safe person. I mean, 2021, I had more than one sponsorship a week.
I'm just very careful.
Yeah. But
I'm
like,
a little too careful. Then I need to chill out. But I think a part of the reason I get a little nervous about it with us is because I don't necessarily see it as just like those like videos or whatever, because I've definitely made like uncomfortable videos like with my mom too. It doesn't really bother me. It's more, for some reason, I have been feeling really weird recently about, which maybe it's because people are in my DMs about it, like farts and burps. Because people keep asking me, like, paying money for them. Like, they want to pay me money for my farts and burps.
A few people, when we announced the podcast,
they said fart in it.
People said, can you fart in it?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, huh? What?
And for some reason, I don't get it. Like, I really don't understand, like, the hype around it.
This is ridiculous.
But people really, like, kind of view... This is where I'm insecure about it a little bit. People view big people, big girls, big men, whatever, as automatically gross and like dirty. And so I feel like my default for humor in videos is to like burp or fart, because it's easy to play along with that narrative. But then I look back at stuff and I'm like, wait, but I don't feel like I'm gross. I don't want to like, put that image of myself out there.
You're not.
So I told myself literally like a couple days ago that my new thing is I'm not going to have that be a part of my content.
What about sometimes? It's funny.
See, but I think we think it's funny because of trauma.
But there are men like behind their computers like,
yeah, which
fart.
I don't get. Like,
That's
I had
disgusting.
somebody DM me once, talk about having a clip for the podcast. I had somebody DM me a link. Do you want to guess what the link was to?
I think I know what the link was to.
A compilation of 2 compilations. The first of my farts and burps.
Like over the years.
On guess what website?
We can't say.
The Hub.
Yeah.
The Hub.
It was Samantha Joe like farting over the years. And I don't know if you guys have followed Sam for the years, but this girl has let out some bangers.
Yeah, see, and we're going to stop that.
She's dropped bangers.
Not doing that anymore. But
And the clip there.
the second one, not only was there one video of me on the Hub that I didn't put there, guess what the second one was of?
I don't.
A belly compilation of different shots of my belly.
And you're still here with us. You're stronger than I.
Yeah, so technically I'm on there twice.
Okay.
I know.
Do you get
good.
like residuals?
No, I wish. It didn't have that many views, which is kind of offensive. I would assume more people would want to watch, but it is weird. And people like do view plus size people in like a very interesting light. So I don't know how we got on the fart I don't know how we started talking about farts.
Because I started saying like people like think I'm always sexual, and I'm actually not a very sexual person at all.
Yeah. You're not really.
No, not at all. I don't really talk about it in everyday life. Like, when have you ever heard me say like, oh yeah, me and Zach just...
True.
Like, never.
Never.
That's the thing. It was uncomfortable, everybody. I don't talk about that.
Every once in a while, I'll share a story with you.
Yeah.
This is going to be the last advice. How do you initiate spicy time? I always feel so awkward making the first move for some reason. So is this where I come out and say that I'm not a virgin?
You've never said that.
No, I have. I've said that I've had.
I don't think you have.
I have. I just have said that I was like not gonna, and then that didn't go so well. But everyone had to know that, right? Well, you do now.
I'm just shocked you said that.
I mean, I've evolved. I've grown up a lot, and I've changed a lot. And I think everyone can make the decisions that feel right for them. And for me, it feels right.
Anyway, how do you initiate?
That's something that I've really struggled with, but a confidence thing. In thinking, for a while, I just kind of thought, which I'm not going to give details, it's something I want to give intimate details about, but I just had to eventually learn that, okay, like, it's not like the first time they've seen me. Like, they clearly are interested in me. If I want to, I will.
Yeah.
And you just go for it. You get in your head about it so much, at least I always do. It's like, what if they reject me? What if they reject me? Oh, well. And, like, if they do say no, it's not personal, I hope. It's just they're busy. They're not in the mood. Like,
I kind of just go in and I grab it. Like, grab it like a snake. Like, you know, as if a snake's going to bite you. I just, like...
# no consent.
Yeah, literally. No, well, he does the same. But, see, we never talk about this. It's weird for me. But...
yeah, we really don't talk about it.
No, I mean, obviously I don't... Well, sometimes. No, we just... You know, when you're laying...
It is a personal thing.
Yeah, when you're laying in bed, it kind of just happens sometimes. But being gay, I will say...
It's an event.
It's an event because, like, you got to be clean.
You need, like, an enema.
Yeah.
Or what's that what it's called?
Yeah, I mean, I've never done that, but...
No, but is that where you clear it out? What is that called?
Yeah. That.
Oh, an enema, yeah.
I always just used a bidet. I shot the water out my asshole and spit it all out. But I did that every day. Like, I have a very clean asshole in case anyone was wondering. If anyone wanted to know that. Yeah, the bidet, it shoots up there and then I... it all out. Anyway, not the point. My point is... Yeah, but I tried to make... No. You've never shot the water up your butt?
No, I would not do that.
But yeah, it's more of an event for gay because you got to be like clean. So it's like
shower.
Yeah, it's like you'll be laying in bed and things will start, but then I'm like, oh, like
gotta go shower quick.
I'll be back in 30 minutes. Like,
oh, and then you're over it by then.
Yeah, so it's like, gays, if you're out there, let me know how you do it because I don't understand. Like people go out to clubs and in the bathroom, like, and I'm like, what? Have you eaten? I don't.
They just don't care about the germs or the hygiene. I would prefer you've showered.
Well, yeah.
Like, that's bare minimum.
You know
bare
me.
bones. Taking a shower. He showers, like, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
But, no, I used to be so afraid of the whole topic just because I'm a Christian and that can be, like, a touchy subject sometimes. But I just feel like you know your relationship, you know what you're comfortable with. And so, and if people also give people a lot of hate for wanting to, like, wait or something. If that's what makes you happy, then do it. But if you don't, you're also not a bad person for not.
And, like...
Who cares?
Who cares what anyone else is doing? Like, it's not... Like I said, like, worry about grinding. Like, don't... Like,
grinding?
Literally, like, on your own life.
Oh, I
like,
get it.
Yeah,
I thought you meant literally.
Yeah,
like,
no. Like, worry about your own life. Like, why are you worried about anyone else? It's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is.
That's just my outlook on everything. I'm like, who cares about anyone else?
Mm-hmm. I agree. We say, once again, all of that to say, just try.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there. I mean, if they're in a relationship with you, or even not, you guys have just hooked up before, they know you. They're interested. Worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've said no to them before, too. You know what I mean? Did you take it personally? Or did they take it personally? I don't really know. Just initiate. Go for it. Make little moves, but sometimes that can be frustrating. Just be blunt, straightforward. Leave no room for questions.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who submitted questions for What Would Samantha Joe Do? Next week it's going to be Was That TMI? Make sure you're paying attention to the Instagram at the beginning of the week.
And also next week, it's going to be more updates on our life.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, we've been saving stuff for each other.
We have stories to share. Like he said, sad, happy, funny. Be prepared to laugh.
And cry, maybe.
Yeah.
And also cancel us. Who knows? But... make sure you guys are, okay, if you're an audio listener, we love you for that, but also go watch it on YouTube, okay?
Yeah, both.
Look at our outfits. Watch it. Give us a rating wherever you can.
Oh, yeah.
Give the video a thumbs up on YouTube. Give us a 5-star rating.
Double dip, guys. Like, watch, listen to Apple, Spotify, and YouTube.
And make sure you're subscribed, all the things. You guys know what to do. Help us out. Help us make this a long-term thing, okay?
Yes. I don't know where, well, we'll be at 10K by the time this launches, probably.
Well, I sure damn hope so.
Oh, currently we're doing a giveaway, so I don't know if we should say it or not.
Oh, yeah, okay. So my little giveaway was...
We're like, I'm doing giveaways, he's doing giveaways.
We're like desperate. We're not even talking about it. I'm doing a giveaway where I'm buying someone a Nintendo Switch if we hit 10K before launch, which
It's too late for you
We
guys.
launched, but, you know, if things are going good, we'll keep doing giveaways. So
yeah, we'll keep doing little thank yous at the different milestones. Currently, it's 10K, Nintendo Switch, 10K. Well, yours is only before launch.
Yeah, because I don't got that kind of money. Like, we need to be at 10K if I'm buying a Switch.
And then the other one we're doing is 10K on YouTube. It doesn't matter how many on TikTok, but you can get yourself an extra entry by going over to TikTok and following our TikTok page and commenting on the video on TikTok and commenting on the video on YouTube. Okay? And we're giving 4 people $100. All you have to do is follow and
when
comment.
we hit 10K?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's anytime we hit 10K.
Okay.
If it's too far gone, sorry, we've already done it. But yeah, I had so much fun talking again.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited. We're filming another one soon.
Yeah, I was so much more comfortable this time.
It's been like a month since we
Conversating.
filmed the first episode.
True. But we got into it fast.
But now they're going to be weekly, so.
Well, yeah, we're filming one in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready.
Yay!
I hope you're feeling a little bit less famished. Was that good?
That was good.
That was good. After listening to us, I hope we've curbed a little bit of your hunger. I hope you've enjoyed a snack or a little beverage or cleaned your house while listening to this. We had a great time hanging out with you. And we can make you a very, 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 very strong promise that we will not break. We will see you again next week.
Oh, 100%.
We will be back right here. Well, actually, we won't be here. We'll be on Andrew's couch.
Yes.
Our butt cheeks will be planted, our conversations will be ready, and the juice will be juicing. We love you. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
And we'll see you next week on the new episode of Famous.
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 Oh, okay. Cut that.
Or leave it. It's funny if
yeah.
it's awkward.
Famous.